Oh man, it looks like Joe Budden got himself in a lose-lose situation. Whatsoever do I mean? Joe Budden. The Saturday episode, not today's episode, the Saturday episode came out. Now, the whole Diddy thing happened prior to that. I think that same day. Basically, Joe said, I didn't have enough time to talk about it. Not the way that we were supposed to talk about it. So he told his fans, I will speak about this on Wednesday. Now, this was a double-edged sword because Joe is expected to address Diddy because he has worked close to Diddy. He's had a friendship with Diddy. He's partied at Diddy's house. We got video of them dancing and Diddy bopping together and things of that nature. But he said, hey, I have no ties to Diddy. I have no ties to Revolt. I can say what I want to say. So on Wednesday, I'll see you there. So today's episode gets there and he's dropping a bomb on Diddy, right?
We're starting with the news that CNN broke last week where they obtained hotel footage of Puff violently, graphically stalking and attacking Cassie. If that other angle come out, maybe kidnapping as well. But when it turned the corner, we don't get to see. But you ran a long way down that hallway, and if you dragged her even 4 more feet,
yeah,
we now include kidnapping. That shit was disgusting, what we all had to witness. That shit was almost unbearable to watch. I'm certain that that was triggering for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
A lot of people that saw it. And that was Friday.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I assumed that he would go and just hide somewhere. But why would you do that when you are just a glutton for attention? So he pops right back out. Talk about tone deaf. Talk about inability to read a room.
But some people who have dealt with Joe Budden, some people would even call them the people that he abused. One of them being his longtime girlfriend, alleged person that's been abused. Her name is Tahiry. Now, when Shade Room put the clip up of Joe Budden discussing Diddy, she put in the caption, F out of here. Who? The irony? This is so triggering. I remember Joey throwing me down a flight of stairs, dragging me back into the house, me having to talk him into letting me go. And this was for hours. The whole shit took me out so hard to watch. So sorry for Cassie and every other woman who is currently going through it or has ever gone through it. It's tough. Now, Joe Budden responded to that by saying, Tahiry, you are lying. Failed gold digger that has abused, targeted, and manipulated many men. Outside of me, you lack an identity, which is why you tried desperately to attach yourself to me for over 15 years. The last time I saw you, I purchased a mattress from you and you were happy you made the sale. You were fine then. There was the night after Starlet 6 years ago when you invited me inside your new place. You were fine then too. You were on my body your entire last stint on Love and Hip Hop and tried your best to disrespect my son's mother in the process. I had to ask the producer to keep you away from us like the cancer you are, yet you continue to slight my name online because it's your identity. I don't speak to you or about you because it's low vibrational. You're a low-level Dykeman con woman that's been lying about, you already know, for ages. I pray you heal and move on one day. Hopefully, this is our last exchange. Prayers to all the real victims. Now, also, a list of all the women that Joe Budden allegedly abused would be surfacing online. And they would put all the names up. Tahiry, Sin, Kaylin, Yaris, Sharina, Audley, Esther, etc. Hold your head up and speak your truth if and when you ever feel like it. So as you see, they're putting a full court press on Joe, but that wouldn't be it. Online, a lot of different footage would come up of women speaking on situations they had with Joe Budden. Let's take a look.
My clothes and shoes and everything. Down the stairs, he's telling me to get out, and I just went into another room and just closed the door, locked the door, and he didn't like that. He came over and kicked the door down, came into the room, grabbed me by my ankles and yanked me out of the bed multiple times. And it just basically ended up choking me, so I couldn't breathe, slamming me up against the door, like in the closet doors. I told him that if he didn't stop, I was gonna call the police. So in an attempt to grab my phone from me, he threw me on the floor, wrestling with me, and ended up just throwing me on my back and grabbing me by my wrist and sitting on my stomach for half an hour while I was, I heard that he's talking about the fact that he killed our daughter on this song.
I can't believe that it happened. I lost my unborn daughter when we fought. I'm thinking I killed Aspen, and that's when I thought that we'd be dead a while.
And so I felt like it was my responsibility to let everybody know what actually happened, the truth of what happened. I didn't cheat on him. We weren't together. We aren't together now. We broke up that night that he decided that he was going to take an argument and make it physical. And we lost our daughter because of that.
Do you feel like he's doing it for some type of personal gain, or?
I don't, I have no idea.
I dragged out the bed. I definitely did. After a couple more lines of that arrogant talk. Our feet, hair, arms. No. My feet. A little light drag. A little light drag. None.
wanted to have a conversation with Esther Baxter.
You
dragged out the bed.
A nice king size on a beautiful plush carpet.
Okay.
In there, and I hemmed up and I said, "Yo, are you out of your mind?"
How did you get all the bruises?
Makeup. I don't know. Her stamina's unbelievable, and mine's isn't.
Right.
So I put her on the ground. I don't throw her on the ground.
A pregnant woman.
But I'm much stronger than her. On the ground, and I do get on top of her. Do I sit on her stomach? No.
What do you sit on, Joe?
I would like to think that I sat on what she's got. So Esther's got huge breasts. So I'm thinking to me, I'm sitting right underneath her breasts.
Are they?
Joe, you're not stupid.
Are they real breasts?
No, Joe. No.
Yeah, they're real.
Are they real? Okay.
They're real. So that's where I'm at. But listen.
Underneath her breast is her stomach.
But listen.
Well, we're talking.
Listen, you know what I mean? Come on, man. Come on, cut this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop.
Oh, you mean in person so you could chase me again and drag me? I'm good.
Oh, shit, all right. Oh, I didn't know it was there.
Oh, yeah, we're there.
I dragged you. I laid a pan on you and dragged you where?
What?
Where did I drag you, Sam?
You must have been drunk still, right?
No, I was not drunk. I'm very aware of what was happening.
Joseph Anthony Budden Jr. Let's not play these games, please.
So as you see, man, Joe is having a tough time. I can't say whether he did or he didn't. The Diddler, man, we saw it on footage. I'm not going to say I give him the benefit of the doubt because I have reason to believe where there's smoke, there is fire. But let's get into it. Let's get a little bit more into depth. What's happening, YouTube? It's your boy Big-JusLaFlare, and welcome to the LaFlare Lounge. With it now, Joe Budden, it looks like you fell for the good old okie dokie social media power trick. Yes, they all banded together and say, Joe, we need you to speak on this matter. We need you to speak on this matter. And we know that this is something that you've probably felt unusual and uncomfortable talking about. We know sometimes you've let Diddy slip through the side gate when it comes to speaking about him, probably because of your previous business relationships and friendships and, just not wanting to seem like a fake ass nigga. Now, this is a situation where the fans pushed you into a corner and said, what you gonna do now? What you gonna say now? It don't matter about your business relationship. Clearly, I know he gave you a chance, but look at this situation. He's beating on women. And they were just waiting on you to say something. And once you did, you were in the grasp of their claws because guess what? You have an alleged same history, Joseph. You fell for the okie doke. You see, not only did you speak on Diddy, You sprinkled a little razzle dazzle on that motherfucker. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't know you were gonna go that far. You called him a lion sack piece of shit. Hey man, listen man, I get it. And Tahiry jumped in, and I know you could handle Tahiry. You read her up and down, right? But you ain't know that this was a 20v1, nigga. Now you should have known. You should have looked at the optics. Like me speaking on Diddy is like R. Kelly speaking on Diddy. Now I ain't saying you R. Kelly. We talking about as far as just somebody who's been accused of doing some of the same things. It just doesn't make sense. It's like Trey Songz speaking on R. Kelly is like you speaking on Diddy. Maybe I should say that. Like, we gotta understand what the optics look like. And you could be telling the truth. You could have done nothing to these women, right? But this is where you need your old friend Charlemagne there. He said it. Nobody cares about the truth when they're a lot more entertaining, man. You should have thought about it. You should have really sat down and thought this situation all the way through. If it's rules that I've learned from Pusha T and Kendrick Lamar and this rap beef shit, one thing that I've learned is that you move on your own time. You don't let nobody pressure you into doing what you don't want to do. Kendrick Lamar took 17 days. He made 10 songs, right? Drake tried to pull him out. The same way that these fans then pulled you out into speaking about Diddy, knowing that you may have a history of domestic violence and drug abuse. Maybe you don't remember what you did, but you see people just pulling up clips of you that don't look good for your image. You talking about, hey, I sat below her breast. That's your stomach, right? So it's just not a good look, man. The ops, you know Twitter's gonna tear you apart. You done been through this online before and you made the same mistake, Joseph. Now, do I think that you did all of the things you're being accused of? Nah, I wouldn't say that. Do I believe Tahiry? I don't know. For some reason, I don't really believe her. But I do believe the other ones. Like, some of this stuff just isn't making sense. So I just think when you're shaky, man, you gotta realize, hey, these folks is after me. They after to get me, especially if they can come up from it. So at the end of the day, Joe, I know you like to act as if you don't care about criticism, which I do think to an extent that you don't, but you are human. You are human, and what you have to do is don't get sped up by the fans, and also you have times where you do a lot of pandering. You don't have to pander. Sometimes silence is golden, man. Let the fans be mad at you, because either way they were gonna say, hey, Joe, he's only quiet because he's done the same thing. And then when you speak, they're gonna get on your ass and be like, well, ain't this you, my boy, right here on the Breakfast Club in homie court right here? So sometimes, just like Michael Jordan say, fuck them kids, you gotta say fuck them fans, man. Fuck the fans, man. Sometimes it's better off you not speaking at all. Silence is golden. So y'all let me know what y'all think down below. Should Joseph Budden have said anything about this situation the way he did, to the extent that he did? Or do you think that he should have just kept it silent, played his position? Y'all let me know what y'all think down below, man. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell, and we out, baby. Boom.